I wake up early in the morning. The room is quiet. I open my eyes and see the soft light coming through the window. I stretch my arms and take a deep breath. I feel the fresh air in my lungs. The clock shows 6 o'clock. I get out of bed slowly. My feet touch the cool floor. I walk to the bathroom. I wash my face with cold water. I brush my teeth. I look in the mirror and smile. Today is a new day. I go to the kitchen. I turn on the kettle. I make a cup of tea. I add a little sugar and milk. The smell is warm and comforting. I take a slice of bread and put it in the toaster. I wait. I hear the sound of the toaster pop. I spread butter on the bread. I take a bite. It is warm and soft. I eat slowly. I think about the day ahead. I work in an office. I have many tasks to do. I need to answer emails, join meetings, and write reports. I like my job, but sometimes it is busy. I finish my tea. I wash the cup and plate. I put them on the drying rack. I go to my room and get dressed. I wear a clean shirt, black trousers, and comfortable shoes. I take my bag. I check that I have my phone, my wallet, and my keys. I leave the house and lock the door. I walk to the bus stop. The air outside is cool. Birds are singing in the trees. I see people walking to work. Some are drinking coffee. Some are talking on the phone. The bus arrives. I get on the bus. I tap my card on the machine. I find a seat by the window. I look outside. The streets are waking up. Shops are opening. Cars are moving slowly in traffic. On the bus, I see a friend from work. Her name is Sarah. She smiles and says, "Good morning." I say, "Good morning, Sarah. How are you today?" She says, "I'm fine, thank you." "And you?" I say, "I'm good, thank you." We talk about the weather. It is sunny today. We talk about the project we are working on. She says, "I will send you the report this afternoon." I say, "Great, I will check it after lunch." The bus stops near the office. I get off. I walk to the building. I show my ID card to the security guard. He says, "Good morning." I say, "Good morning." I take the lift to the 5th floor. I walk to my desk. I turn on my computer. I check my emails. There are many new messages. I answer the urgent ones first. I type quickly but carefully. I want my messages to be clear and polite. At 9 o'clock, we have a team meeting. We sit around a big table. The manager says, "Let's start." We talk about our goals for the week. We share updates on our work. I listen to my colleagues. I take notes. I ask questions when I need more information. I give my update about my project. Everyone nods. The meeting ends after 30 minutes. I go back to my desk. I start working on a document. I need to write a summary for a client. I read the information carefully. I write in simple and clear sentences. I check my spelling and grammar. I save the file. I send it to my manager. At 11 o'clock, I take a short break. I go to the kitchen in the office. I make another cup of tea. I see my colleague, David. He is making coffee. I say, "How is your work today?" He says, "Busy, but I'm making progress." We talk for a few minutes. Then we go back to our desks. I keep working until lunchtime. At 12:30, I take my lunch break. I go to a small cafe near the office. I order a sandwich and orange juice. The cafe is busy. People are talking and laughing. I sit at a table near the window. I eat slowly and enjoy the taste. I watch people walking outside. I see children with their parents. I see delivery drivers carrying boxes. After lunch, I go back to the office. I open the report Sarah sent me. I read it carefully. I make some notes. I send her a message with my feedback. She replies, Thank you for checking. I will update it. I work on another task. I prepare slides for a presentation tomorrow. I choose clear pictures and short text. I want the slides to be easy to understand. At 3 o'clock, I join an online meeting with a client. We talk about their needs and ideas. I listen carefully and write notes. I ask questions to make sure I understand. The client is happy with our plan. The meeting ends. I send a summary email to my team. The afternoon passes quickly. At 5 o'clock, I turn off my computer. I tidy my desk. I put my papers in a folder. I take my bag. I say goodbye to my colleagues. I leave the office and walk to the bus stop. The sky is turning orange. The air is warm. I get on the bus and sit down. I feel tired, but happy. When I get home, I unlock the door and go inside. I take off my shoes. I wash my hands. I go to the kitchen and drink a glass of water. I sit on the sofa for a few minutes. I check my phone. I read some messages from friends. One friend asks if I want to meet for dinner tomorrow. I say yes. I cook dinner. I boil some pasta. I cut vegetables. I fry them in a pan. I add tomato sauce and mix everything together. The smell is nice. I eat at the table. I listen to soft music. After dinner, I wash the dishes. I wipe the table. I put everything back in its place. I spend the evening reading a book. It is a story about travel. I like learning about different places. I imagine visiting them one day. At 9:30, I turn off the light in the living room. I go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I go to my bedroom. I set the alarm for 6 o'clock. I lie down in bed. I close my eyes. I think about the day. I feel grateful for my work, my friends, and my home. Soon, I fall asleep.